Yo,
It's crazy.
we
bro.
are live.
Yeah, we are, man. Y'all just
kind of interrupted us in the conversation too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna flex. Y'all walked in on a deep convo. We gonna touch on it.
Yeah,
we
we
most
gonna
definitely gonna touch on it. For
Definitely.
For sure.
So you gotta welcome the people, sir.
Oh, I gotta welcome. I thought you was gonna
You
welcome.
gonna we can do it. Hey,
See how you
welcome
doing, bro? Let me
to
fix my mic.
Sharpen Up.
Can I fix my mic?
Go ahead.
Okay, I
man.
fixed it.
So we good now?
I'm good now.
All right. So
What up, y'all? Let me do the intro because he don't want to do it right. What up, y'all? Welcome to Sharpen Up, man.
Welcome to Sharpen Up.
Where we get real around here, okay?
We get real.
We
We're
get
gonna
real.
talk some good talk, some Jesus talk,
Yeah.
and some real life talk.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna definitely keep it straightforward. You know, it may be a little thick sometimes.
Sometimes.
That's what we're gonna do.
will.
First off, what we're gonna do is this:
What we doing?
like and share.
And share.
Make sure you do that.
You
like
got to.
and share.
Hey, man.
Matter of fact, don't even hit the like. Love and share. How about that?
That is hilarious.
Hey man, just hit the love. No, hold that button on if you on Facebook particularly. Slide it over and hit love and then hit share.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And you got to comment because I want to see these comments too because I'm gonna talk about it.
Please do. Hey,
know?
make sure y'all subscribe. Now let's not forget about
Oh
that.
yeah, big facts.
Because you can't be a stranger in the room. Come on in the room, man. Subscribe.
Hey, that's
Come
real.
on with us. Come have a seat. Hey man, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, because it's a lot more content than just us too. By the way,
It is.
BGTV 5, bro. I'm
Right.
telling you, they got a lot of heavy
It's
hitters on the squad.
what we call this ain't the word. It's a plethora
Plethora.
of everything.
Yeah,
And all different categories.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
don't miss out.
for sure.
So-
Sure. What we getting into today, man? Because I feel like in the midst of us having this conversation before
Yeah.
our amazing family, our squad done came on, bro. We was having a deep conversation about just life in general and partnerships
Right.
and what it look like to kind of like hold on to the people that's here before they're
Facts.
gone.
Right.
So how long y'all been married? You and your wife been married?
We've been married 22 years.
22, bro. That's
22.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's so good, bro. Proud of you, bro, for real. I know it ain't easy. I'm only 8 years in the game. I'm only 8 years in the game. For sure.
You a baby.
Only 8 years in the game. But I know it's been, been rough. Y'all got 4, not 3, if I'm doing the math right. 4 amazing childrens.
We have 5.
5. Jesus, I'm missing one.
5. We got
That's
the
a lot of
adult
kids.
son. Having my adult son.
That's a lot of kids.
Yeah. That's all right, babe. We run deep. Let's go.
Jesus. But
Yeah.
anyway. Y'all got a nice little starting 5. Got a nice
Yeah, we
little
deep.
starting
We
5. It's been, a couple years, man. But I know it's been challenging. I know it's been kind of a little rough, but sometimes. But I know it's been some amazing times.
Oh yeah.
You know.
It's definitely been more amazing than the challenges.
For sure. So let's touch on that because I do believe sometimes that we, in the quote unquote podcasting world of this world period, we done heard the stat so many times of how marriage is kind of trash and divorce is going on in an uptime skyrocketing nowadays. But
Oh, you coming at me like that?
we don't never. I'm just talking.
Okay,
man.
let's go, baby. Let's go.
But but there isn't a lot of great people.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say it this way: great marriages that's being broadcasted. We'll look up to pastors and stuff like that where that's actually doing right. Let's put that out there. The ones
Right.
that's doing right.
Yes.
That's actually showing off their wives and loving on them and stuff like that. Whatever. But it's not a lot of quote unquote everyday men, women, married folks that's really broadcasting well. So how have you been keeping, this amazing love going? And what's some of the little bit of the challenges, but not too heavy because we ain't gonna talk about the heaviness right now.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no point.
I would say, and it's one of the words I really been sitting on today, is just having the courage to be a husband. Because even though I had my father and my mother at home, I saw the issues that they had. And even to the point where they ended up getting separated my senior year of high school. So that was kind of rough, and I always wanted my own family, like my own big family. Like I was in a spot where it was just like, okay, God, like you gotta let me, if you allow me to live past 21, because I was a hard head. Yeah, I was a gang member, you know what I mean? And I'm like, hey God, if you allow me to, to see, I want to see, I want you just bless me. And I've got to the point where it's like, okay, God, you really like bless me right really big. But I would say that the little things it's really just more so of me learning about myself, because and me being accountable not only to myself but for other people. Because when things get rough, they look at the man.
Facts.
Yeah, like as in, hey, Dad, what you gonna do? Like, perfect example. COVID year was crazy. And it was, how are we gonna navigate this, Dad? How are we going to, we gotta go to, are we going to school or are we not going to school? Are we wearing the mask here? How do we do church? How do we, as a family, are we still getting together? Encouraging my wife, because she's a nurse, and her having to go in, and then it's like, then we got to come in and strip down, and then the things that either what she's dealing with, and it was really like both of us coming together, and it was kind of, you had our days, but it was kind of rough, and it's like making sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. But the thing, we had those issues, and me just saying, okay, Arthur, even during that time, I learned a lot about myself, and that's what I mean by that. I took that time frame because everybody had that space where it was just like people were losing their lives due to COVID.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was like, okay, what can I do to be better as a father? So I went to my kids and was like, look, I went and actually apologized. Like, hey, whatever I'm doing to not help you be better, I want to make sure that I'm doing my best. So if it's hard, you got to give it to me hard.
Sheesh. Hold on.
You know what I mean?
Hold on. Wait. We not going to skip past that, bro. That's crazy.
Hey,
so, like, hearing it from okay, it's kind of tough for us. Let me go this way. My bad.
Come on.
Words of affirmation is possibly the most, like, top two of every man's,
no doubt,
love language, right? And so, like, hearing, good job, pound your back, stuff like that. That's why we got into sports too, because we love that, going.
Right.
We always love it to hear from our, our spouses as well. But I think the most challenging thing is not just from our spouses, it's from our kids.
Right.
And you give them permission to be super open, and completely transparent, without disrespecting you, obviously, but still can kind of walk that line a little bit and be like, hey, that's wrong. So in those moments, this is so good. In those moments, how did you take it? Like, how what was you feeling? Like, walk us down that, bro. Like, how was you feeling? What was your mind at? Like, all of those things, because like that's big, hearing it from your kids, bro.
So for me personally, I have this attitude of that I'm open to learn and be transparent, even if it hurts. So
that's good.
Me even asking the question like, hey, okay, what do you think? How am I doing as a dad? What can I do to be better? Like, critique me, because I need it. Because even though I had a father, we did some things, and it was some great things, but I still didn't know everything. Like, you talking about the year of, at this year, 2024. Like, what we deal with now is completely different from what our folks dealt with. They didn't have to worry about social media.
Yeah.
We had bullies, but it's, being bullied from somebody just texting you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So having to deal with everybody is playing the victim.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to be on this, oh, woe is me, and then trying to balance that and be good parents and still loving my wife and us dating and going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was tough, what I mean? It wasn't like, it was such as beat across the head, and they was like, oh, Dad, you do good. I'm just like, nah, like, tell me.
Right.
And we had the conversations, and they encouraged me like, "Hey, Dad, you've been doing good. Yeah, can you do this better? Can you do this better with your time? Can you remind me that yes, like Emma, that's my baby. Like that's my 13-year-old. She's a touchy Philly. Like Daddy, like you gotta hug me.
That's
like,
my dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like Daddy hugged me, so I had to make sure I hug my baby. That's my baby. That's the baby girl. You know what I'm saying? But it's like knowing those things and then making sure I'm doing it, like hugging Josh, like reaffirming him was like, hey, dude, I love you. Like getting on him about things, but then on the other side is like, hey, I still love you, because if I didn't love you, I wouldn't say anything to you.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
That's good.
So just learning how to love my kids where they are and all their different personalities has been a challenge, but it's been a blessing, because I look back and be like, okay, yeah, look at y'all. So the little, stuff that I may post on social media about us dancing, laughing and stuff, that's because, hey, always been my focus is like, even though we have our differences, we're going to come together because that's your family, that's your brother, that's your sister. You know what I'm saying? So, it was a challenge, but I think I know that because I've had those conversations and me saying these two words, I'm sorry. That's key. For us as fathers,
talk about it.
As us as fathers, we have to say the words, I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Why? It's because our kids, we cannot come across our kids like we know everything. That's impossible, bro. Because we don't know everything. We don't. We're still learning literally as we're walking. Dang. So when we gotta have, we gotta have the courage to say, I'm sorry. Own up to it, and then now let's move better, because now I'm owning up to what I've done. Or how I see it. Like, perfect example. My daughter was leaving the house one day, my Abigail, leaving the house one day. She had some little dress on or something, and I would like comment it. And me, I say stuff in a sarcastic way with a straight face. Yeah. My wife hates it. And, I was thinking like, yeah, I said it, and then I kind of walked out the room, and then think about it, and it was like, you need to check that. So I was like, hey, like, I didn't mean it like that. I may have came across like that. I want to apologize. She's like, no, Dad, I didn't take it like that. But the fact is, me being conscious of saying, hey, I want to make sure that my tone is better. Like, I'm still working on that. It's not perfect. You know what I mean? But I have to think about, okay, let me talk to my child. Okay, how do I need to come across like this? Yeah. Because if I'm coming at this level, then I'm not gonna get a good response.
That's good.
I'm not gonna get a good response. So,
man, that's a lot. But like the fact that you can sit there and kind of be like, let me evaluate my life real quick. Let me not just focus on the family, but let me focus on myself a little bit, because that's something important that we have to do. Yep. We got to evaluate ourselves in order for everybody else to get good too. We kind of talked about on the last pod or whatever. Like, if my cup is not full, if it's not full, I can't do anything. I mean, that's only for me anyway. Right. But if it continuously to flow or whatever, and it's over, and it goes over and it overflows, then boom, okay, cool, I can give it to everybody else. Mm-hmm. So now you don't evaluate everything that you needed to for yourself. Now I can go and see what's going on in my house, in my family, and let me go not just fix it, because you can't fix it. God can fix it.
Oh,
boy.
That's
the big piece.
Oh, boy.
He can fix it. If I try to put my hands on it, it's going to fail every time. It's going to be this is good. It's going to be a constant conversation about what am I doing wrong. So now think about this. Y'all think about this. How many times have you honestly gone to your wife, girlfriend, parents, brother, sister, friends, be like, hey, like, what am I doing wrong?
Ooh,
that's because you keep putting your hands on it and you're not allowing God to put his hands in it. Like, you got to think about that. Mm-hmm. So, like, once you be like, okay, God, I got this information. I done vetted all of my kids and also talk to my side piece, which is my wife. Not a real side piece, but you know what I mean.
Please keep that. Straighten that out.
Y'all know what I mean, guys.
But hopefully. You need to make sure you
talking
clear
about my wife.
Just say your wife.
Talking about the wife.
Just say baby.
On my
or
side.
Wife.
Anyway, y'all gonna know me one of these days. But since I done did that, now I done evaluated everything. What's going on. Now I can go back and be like, okay, God, this is all the information I got. What should we do about it? What can you do about it? Holy Spirit, what can you empower me to do? Which is giving me the courage to go out and do this stuff now. You can't just go straight off of that and just jump into the deep end and be like, all right, this is good. Like, no, like this is new territory because I didn't know. Let's just take Emma. I didn't know she needed hugs from me. I just was giving her fist bumps or just kissing her on the forehead. But she actually receives more love from me when I give her a hug. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, or with Josh, like instead of me just being how I grew up, or whatever, and being like, hey, like, you just got to be hard. This is how you show love type of deal. And I don't know, he needs to get this, you say, hardcore love, but also in a softer manner as well.
Absolutely.
So he knows what kindness and gentleness looks like in the midst of a battle.
Right.
In the midst of a trying time.
Right.
But if you don't ask these things, you
would never know.
You
would never know. It is a careful balance to do both. And it's, yes, when you had to sit down with yourself.
Yeah.
When you had to sit down with yourself and look in the mirror and say, okay, God, I got these issues. What can I do? And it takes little by little, step by step. It's not an overnight thing. It's never an overnight thing. It's the little things. As long as you keep plugging, okay, just like you said for Joshua, hey, I want you to make sure that I'm not only as in, okay, I'm teaching him something, I maybe have to be stern on him, but turn around and then show him that warm love because boys need that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need to see both. He needs to see both sides of that.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because if he doesn't, he's going to only see this side. So then when he actually see me being loving or me actually crying, it's like, okay, I ain't never seen Daddy cry. What's going on? You know what I mean? But he needs to see both. Like, our children need to see us in those vulnerable states because we are human.
What does that look like? That looks like the image of Christ. That's what that looks like. If I'm just showing them the tough side, the only time that I'm seeing my tough sides is just me just flipping over tables.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
My righteous anger. But if I'm not showing you crying over my best friend that just died, which was Lazarus for Jesus, then, it is what it is.
Right.
You only see me being compassionate about the wrong things, but you're not being, well, technically it was still right. All that stuff, you know what I mean? But you don't see me crying or weeping and feeling the humanity piece of it all on this side based off of a missing factor. Or when he looks over the crowd and he feels compassionate about, hey man, like, it's some sheep that's lost.
Right.
A lot of folks, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's literally that's the image that we have to look. And also it's the biggest onus, just like you said earlier, as a man. Put it on us.
It's
as
on
the
us,
husbands, it's on us.
It is on the man. Look, now we can't be scared. We can't be scared of it either now.
I mean, some folks is.
Look, because here's
I don't know why.
Look, here's the thing. We are the foundation. So think about it as a house. When the house is being built, the foundation is laid first.
Yes, man. They about to preach.
So when the foundation is laid first, the foundation ain't pretty, bro. If you think about it, the foundation, when it's laid, it sits out there for a while. It's gonna rain. It may sleet. It may do all that. You still got the dirt still over to the side. It's just sitting there because it has to settle. I.e., boy. So as a man, if we're the foundation, and we're not settled in our beliefs in Christ,
that's crazy.
How can we build a house, i.e. our wives, our children, the things that God has called us, if we are not settled? We got to sit somewhere, bro. We got to be, what does the foundation have to do? It has to harden, right?
Oh, my goodness.
It has to harden. So that way, if my heart is not and my heart and my posture is not towards God and saying, God, this is my life. I put my life, my heart, my soul into you. Huh? And then I got my wife and my kids to be able to build this home. So guess what? Being a foundation, bro, is not pretty. So sometimes, even though we like our, our praises and what we love to do, on the other side of it, it's not pretty. It's gonna take that work. And sometimes we're not gonna get the praise of, Dad, you did great. Oh, you did this. It's because we're the foundation.
That's good.
And as long as we're not being what we supposed to be doing, as in being that, everything else will crumble. So if we're not settled in, our foundation is Christ. And then we trying to build on a soft foundation that is not ready, what's going to happen? It's going to crack. Or in the terms of what we use today is, folks crash out.
Man, facts. We can't. I don't know if a foundation can crash out, but
but I'm just saying that's the term nowadays of crashing out. And then we gotta have. So what's wrong? A lot of guys, we don't have the foundation, or we're not the foundation, and we have not settled in our belief in what we say we are, which is if we say we're men of God, we say we love God, bro. You the foundation. There's no running from it.
That's good, bro.
There's no running from it. Allow that. Hey, it's okay. Being a man, yeah, it's okay to, hey, look, man, being a man is tough. Okay. We got to deal with it.
Yeah, cause I sure try to run away. Not being
it's no
a man,
running,
though.
bro. Like
not being a man.
Hey, let me say this.
From being a man.
It is an honor to be a man.
Oh, that's good.
It's an honor to be a man.
That's good.
Because we have the sole responsibility of carrying the mantle. Jesus. Carrying the mantle that God has given us. Man, listen. We about to run out of time.
We about to. You
look, man,
tapped into a whole nother topic.
Hey, we might have to go on here and
that's crazy.
I'm gonna call back on that one when we on the next one because
that is,
bro, we got the mantle. So look, while we in this space, go look. And this podcast been now a blessing to you, but this platform, this studio,
yeah, for sure,
BGTVs, man, go in. Go ahead and just bless a brother. This is not only for us. It's not only for you. This is for the world.
Yeah, man.
We live across all platforms. So be a blessing to this station.
Yeah.
So that way, not just us locally, not just us in the United States of America.
Yeah, man.
We're making it everywhere.
Yes. For sure.
So go in. Plug in, tap in, because it's needed, bro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. We get deep conversations here, but again, this is just dope. The fact that we get to do this and just sit down. And
I love this.
It's dope.
Yeah,
but hey, man, y'all make sure y'all sharpen up with us for real. All right, we'll see y'all next week.